The Breachers update arrived, and it is, well, you'll see. There's quite a bit to unpack from this update, and we're gonna start it just piece by piece. We're just gonna be chipping away at it. The first part is we got a party system. So all the party system is a way for you to queue up with your friends. In order to do this, what you do is you look at your server, and on the bottom of it, you can see that there's an icon for you, and then there's 4 icons to have friends. None of my friends were online, so I wasn't able to really test this, but what you do is you click on your friends to the left, and you're gonna be adding them to the queue. You're gonna invite them to your party. From there, you select the server, and then you'll be loading right in together on the same team. That's not all this update is. We're gonna be going over the crouch spamming. We're gonna go over weapon changes. That's right, there's more weapon changes. We're gonna go over how you can violate how you can take over bots, and there's been some changes to recoils. So now whenever you do smooth crouch or the button press crouch, both of them are at the same speed. They essentially just unified the crouch speeds. So no more will you have people just spring. Oh, no, that's fixed. No more shooting at rabbits. So with this update, they introduced bot takeover to online mode. You used to be able to only do this on offline mode. Like, I don't have many problems with bots online mode because most of the time they're not there. You'll have one drop out and then a bot will be there for a few seconds and then somebody will drop him because this game has been a top game. So if you magically die before a bot, which is gonna be a challenge, and if this bot's still available, you gotta go up to them. You'll see this icon right there and you hold both grip buttons. So if you just grip with your left, you'll see that the bar fills up. You're gonna have to grip with your right as well, so that bar fills up and now you're that bot. You fill right into their shoes with their loadout. You're not gonna be purchasing new loadouts or anything. It's gonna be the same stuff they have. So we know how those loadouts usually are. You're gonna be stuck with the squirt gun. I mean, you're racking most of the time. So before we get to the weapon nerfs, I just want you to know incendiaries no longer do reverse damage. So whenever you throw them at your friend's feet, you can kind of troll them again. I mean, you're probably gonna get reported if you just do this a lot in public matches, like, I mean, for instance here. So I don't know how many times I would throw an incendiary into a room and I would tell my teammate, don't go in there, but they just run right in there, right over the lava, because the floor is literally lava, and they're just sitting there while I am just burning alive. I am glad that that got fixed. So let's go on to the weapon nerfs. This is one that let's unpack it. So prior to this update, the SMGs got nerfed, specifically the RCP and the Omen. They added fall off damage to it. So anything that's mid-range is 3 taps. Anything that's with the barrel in their mouth, that's 2. I can't really say that. Okay. Anything that's 10 feet is about 2 taps. Anything past that, you're looking at like mid-range, close to short mid, is gonna be 3+. If you're hitting below the neck, you're looking at 7+ shots easily. And if it's distance, you're gonna be reloading, still trying to kill them. Oh, that's taking way too much. So after the RCP and the Omen got put through the ringer and it created that gap in between the SMG and the rifle category, which, I mean, it was always somewhat there, but this really created that gap. This pushed the envelope here. So now the Cyclone and the Jesper are nerfed 20%. I don't know why the Jesper was included on this. I didn't really find that being overpowered, but I think they did that in order to bring a little bit of value to the Spectre. Now the Cyclone with its rate of fire still did great for me. It's a 3 tap to the head, and I didn't find the fall off damage as bad as the Omen. So I still think the Cyclone is better than the Omen. In my experience, the Jesper had the same damage that the Cyclone had, so you're gonna be doing 3 taps to the head, and just take a moment here to bring in the beauty of that crouch not just being so instantaneously. Now when I compared these two to the Spectre's still 2 taps, so that one was left alone. The Spectre is really nice. If you can spam the trigger, like if you love Cadillo, then this one is gonna be your favorite pistol just because it 2 taps to the head. Now if you don't miss your 1 tap headshots, then the Taurus is gonna be where you wanna be. But if you want a little wiggle room for in case of error, then the Spectre. I would go with the Spectre. So they mentioned that they have better recoil visuals so you can have better recoil management. So I ended up testing this with the RCP, the Viper, the Omen, and I noticed that the recoil patterns were the same. I just let the gun go and let it do its thing so I could figure out the recoil patterns. But then I checked out the Vezin, and of course I got a little sidetracked here and murked some bots. And then I checked out the Marui again. The recoil pattern was still nice, it's easy to manage. The rate of fire though was noticeably slower than the Vezin, of course. That's what it's always had. It's just like its signature thing. Now it does have a higher penetration damage and it still 1 taps to the head as well. The reason why I don't go with this gun so often is strictly because the Vezin has a faster fire rate. So they nerfed the SMGs before this update. They nerfed some pistols. I'm pretty sure they're going to be hitting the rifles next, because right now they're on their own island. There is a huge gap in between the SMGs, the pistols, and then the rifles. Big boys, big toys. So I do have a theory here. I'm thinking that what the devs are doing is that they are slowly increasing the time to kill. And by doing this, they shot right through the middle and they hit the SMGs. And they tilted over here, took care of some pistols, and I think they're going to be going over here to take care of the rifles. I could be wrong, as there's nothing official about that, but that is where my theory is going. So just to recap, on the roadmap, you can see on the left-hand side is where we are at here. We got a slew of quality of life and bug fixes, which they have quite a hefty list here, but I can put that right here for you if you really want to read through it. I just go directly for what impacts, gameplay. Like, I know bugs impact it, but I'm talking about, like the weapons and stuff. We didn't get a new game mode yet, but the bot takeover was there and the party queuing system was there. So it looks like all that's left will be a new game mode and the preparation progression, which of course we're not going to be seeing. I'm pretty sure that's all back-end stuff, but if this video was informative, don't forget to smash a like. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Share it to people that you feel need to be shared to, because we all know YouTube probably not going to do it anyways. As always, I appreciate you guys, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out till then.